Soundpeats Mini Pro. Man, I'm not going to mince any words. We have ourselves a new king. Let's get into it. But first, Soundpeats was kind enough to send these earbuds over for this review. I'm telling you this because I believe in honesty and transparency with you as the viewer. But please make sure you watch multiple reviews on any product before making your purchase decisions. Also, be sure to stick around to the end for the comparison rankings and the microphone quality samples. So first up, let's talk about that connection. So the Soundpeats Mini Pro are featuring Bluetooth 5.2 along with SBC, AAC, and aptX Adaptive as their connection codecs. So these are fully compatible with both iOS and Android devices. And just to be clear, I do test all of these products with an iPhone 12 Pro and my Xiaomi Mi 11 Pro just to ensure compatibility on both sides. Now, as far as Bluetooth range, they were giving me 38 feet or just about 11.5 meters. Now, obviously, this is going to vary depending on how many obstructions you put in between the earbuds and the device they're connected to. In addition to this, you also get single usage mode, and that's where you can use each earbud individually while the other is charging in its case. But sadly, you do lose control over active noise cancellation and ambient modes. So now let's move over to lag and latency. So when you're watching videos, whether it's on iOS or Android, whether it's YouTube, Netflix, or any of the other apps, there is little to no latency to be had. Now, when it comes to mobile gaming with the Soundpeats Mini Pro, they are featuring a low latency or quote-unquote gaming mode, and this does reduce the noticeable latency when you're playing any of those high-performance shooting type of games. Do you still feel a little bit of latency? Absolutely. There's always going to be a little bit there with the wireless connection, but this gaming mode does improve things noticeably, and it makes playing games like Call of Duty much more bearable. While it's not perfect, it's definitely an improvement over some of the other earbuds on the market. But if you're super competitive and you want no latency whatsoever, then wired IEMs or headphones are still going to be the best choice for you. Now, just a quick word of caution, when using these gaming or low latency modes on earbuds or headphones, it will noticeably reduce your overall battery life. As such, I recommend only using these modes when you truly need them. Otherwise, just keep them in their regular listening mode. So now let's move over to the battery life. And with battery life, the Soundpeats Mini Pro were claiming 7 hours on a single charge with an additional 14 hours in the case for a combined 21 hours, or basically 2 additional charges in the case. Now, in my own actual testing, I managed to get 4 hours and 51 minutes with noise cancellation turned on, and then 7 hours and 11 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. And all that testing was done with the aptX codec in use. Now, when it comes to recharging the earbuds, it's just as simple as dropping them both right back into the case and letting them charge up. Sadly, there is no fast charging here, at least nothing in any of the writing or literature that I received on these earbuds. When it comes to charging the case itself, you can use USB Type-C. Unfortunately, there is no wireless charging here with the Soundpeats Mini Pro. Now, moving over to the case, it's a compact case design that's perfect for these tiny earbuds. The case itself, like I said before, does hold 2 additional charges, and it comes in this matte black look, and it gives it sort of a stealthy look, but overall, I do like the compact nature of it. So now let's move over to the comfort of the Soundpeats Mini Pro. So the Soundpeats Mini Pro are some tiny earbuds. So for me, comfort has not been an issue with these. They have a very light and comfy feel in my large ears. They're probably going to be a very solid choice for those with medium or even smaller size ears. When it comes to grip, with the correct ear tips, it can be very good. But with the included ear tips are just they're basically what you would expect out of a set of earbuds coming in for under $50, so nothing really special. What I do recommend is for you to go out and pick up a set of the SpinFit CP360s and use those with the Soundpeats Mini Pro. You get improved grip, you get improved seal for better sound quality, and they're much more comfortable. That's going to be really helpful for workouts. And for anybody who does want to use these for working out, they do carry an IPX5 rating, so they can have you covered for splashes, for sweat, or anything of that nature. Now, when it comes to sleeping with your earbuds on, yes, there are people who sleep with their earbuds on. These are going to be perfect for both back and side sleep, at least in my own testing. Now, if you have very small ears, this could be a discomfort issue, but for somebody with medium or large size ears, this is not going to be a problem. So they're going to have you covered. But there is one caveat. If you are one of those people who likes to sleep with their hands under their face like this, then you could be prone to some accidental touches. Unfortunately, there is no way to turn off the touch control on the Soundpeats Mini Pro. Now, before we move into the next section of this video, did you know that over 80% of the people watching my videos aren't subscribed to my channel? Help me change that. I'm trying to build a positive and inclusive community around the latest audio technology, and I'd love it if you joined us. We even have live shows on Sunday afternoons, so you definitely don't want to miss out on those live Q&As. So now let's move over to the controls. So the Soundpeats Mini Pro are featuring full touch controls, and they are highly responsive. You get access to a single touch, double touch, triple touch, and a long press. The only thing missing here is reverse track. Now this is due to all the features being implemented on these controls. I would have probably sacrificed something like voice assistant to regain reverse track, but we kind of don't have an option here. So they have so many features and functions: active noise cancellation, ambient mode, gaming mode, voice assistant, volume control, play pause. So there's so many things that they're trying to do. They simply ran out of commands. So that's just something I want to make sure that we keep in mind here. What would have been dope would have been the ability to have some sort of customizable controls, but that would require app support. Now, let's talk about app support, or the lack thereof. So when it comes to app support, there simply isn't any. And that's not to say that Soundpeats doesn't offer an app, because they do. There is a Soundpeats app. It just does not support these earbuds along with most of their other products on the market at the moment. So hopefully at some point in the near future, Soundpeats will get their act together and get a proper app that'll support their earbuds, similar to what Soundcore is doing, what One More is doing, what Edifier is doing, to bring you some EQ options, some customizable controls, firmware updates, things of that nature. Something like that would be super useful to the end user. But that brings me to an interesting question that I want to ask you. Do you feel like these brands should give us an app for advanced features on earbuds that cost less than $50? Do you think that that's a fair ask for something this inexpensive? Let me know down in the comment section. So now let's move over to the performance of the Soundpeats Mini Pro. So first up, let's start with active noise cancellation. So they are bringing strong active noise cancellation performance. It is hybrid ANC, and they are claiming a minus 35 dB in noise reduction. It performs very well against steady low frequency noises like engines, air conditioning units, things of that nature, but they struggle a little bit against crowd noise. But if you're going to be using them in crowded spaces, then a set of memory foam tips can really help with that passive noise isolation, so that is something that you may want to look into. Either way, this noise cancellation is still super impressive for something at this low price point. Now, there is going to be a bit of EQ shift here when you activate the noise cancellation. You're going to feel a bit more of a mid-bass bump coming in. So you do notice it. It is slightly noticeable, especially with songs that have more bass in them. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Not a deal breaker for me personally, but I know for some people who look for accuracy in their sound, it might be a turnoff, so I definitely wanted to bring it up here. Now, I know people are going to be wondering whether this noise cancellation is as strong or stronger than the T3 and the T2. Well, it's easily as strong as the T3, so it matches the T3, and it's right behind the T2. So I would put the Soundpeats Mini Pro above the T3 and just below the T2. That's where they kind of stand in that lineup. Now moving over to the ambient mode, and they're calling it their pass-through mode. I don't know why everybody has a different name for it, but it's the same thing. It's where you turn on the microphone so you can hear what's going on around you. It actually works quite well at isolating voices from the background noise, but otherwise it can sound muffled or stuffy in certain situations. Now the T2 and the T3, they did a better job with the ambient mode in my opinion. Overall, it definitely works and it's still very useful, but it's just not quite as good as what they did with the T3. So now let's move over to the sound. So first up, the volume. In my measurements, the Soundpeats Mini Pro managed to pull off 109.8 decibels of peak volume. So very loud in my personal opinion. For me, I'm going to be listening to these earbuds around 50% to maybe 65 or 70% at most. But if you're somebody who needs additional volume, there's plenty of overhead there for you. Now, moving over to the sound quality, the best way that I can describe the sound quality is exceptional. Think fun and bouncy with a wide soundstage, almost like an Edifier TWS1 Pro, but with stronger bass impact. But let's break it down. So first up, let's talk about that bass. Now, these are featuring deep, punchy bass response, and it digs nice and deep with some excellent sub-bass rumble. Man, I was feeling it in the back of my neck when I was listening to certain songs, so it's excellent. Now, the bass can bleed a little bit into the mids because there is a bit of a mid-bass bump, but for bass heads, it's not really going to be an issue. Now, the test track that I was using for this was God's Plan by Drake. Now, move over to the 48-second mark, and that's where the song breaks down to just the bass line, and you can really feel that rumble. Man, it's excellent. So that's for my bass heads out there. You're definitely going to enjoy that. Now, moving over to the mid-range, it has a smooth yet neutral mid-range. So the mid-bass is a little bit elevated, as I said before. So for those who are looking for more accuracy in their sound, this might come across as slightly bloated. For me, like I said, it's not really a problem, but just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to vocals, these are excellent for R&B, rock, ballads, things of that nature. Both male and female vocalists truly shine here. Now, the test track that I was using was Love by Music Soulchild. Now, the chorus section with the backup singers and the strong vocals, man, I mean, these really shine when listening to some of these old school R&B tracks. Now, moving over to the treble. The Soundpeats Mini Pro have a bright, pleasant treble. It's not overly detailed, but still manages to extend well for like cymbals and strings and drum snares, especially when you listen to live band recordings. Very good. Now, what really caught me by surprise was the imaging, the soundstage, and the instrument separation that is available with these earbuds. It's surprisingly good. That's something that I was not expecting from Soundpeats, and something that actually bested the Edifier TWS1 Pro, to my own surprise. Now, listening to While My Guitar Gently Weeps, the cover by Santana, you can easily hear the drums, the guitar, the cello, and the vocalist distinctly, yet all together at the same time. So truly an excellent sound experience. Now, this is what I meant when I said that the Soundpeats Mini Pro sound like the Edifier TWS1 Pro, but with a stronger bass punch. You get that thick, rich bass, but you also get a wide stage and even some airiness in the mix. It's a truly impressive combination at such a low price point. And in my opinion, it's this combination that makes the Soundpeats Mini Pro the new king for under $50, both for sound quality and for active noise cancellation. Sort of unifying the titles, so to speak. Now, if there's any constructive criticism that I have to give to Soundpeats on these earbuds, first up, it's the lack of app support. So you don't get customizable controls, you don't get EQ, you don't get anything like that. That's something I would like to see, as I said before. Secondly, there's no wireless charging here, which is just like, it'd be cool to see. It's not a super deal breaker. It could be for some, but it would have been something that would have been nice to see. And then last, the fact that you lose your control over the active noise cancellation when you're in single usage mode. That's probably an oversight somewhere, but it would have been kind of cool to see that still remain when you're using these in single usage mode. If anything, have them default to ambient mode when in single usage mode. But I digress. So now let's get into some comparisons. Now, one question that will inevitably come up in my comment section of this video will be whether these are better than the T2 and T3. For sound quality, the Soundpeats Mini Pro definitely beat both the T2 and T3, as well as all of the other earbuds in my top 5 ANC earbuds under $50 video. So just keep that in mind. Since the Soundpeats Mini Pro bested my top 5 noise canceling earbuds under $50 list, I'll instead be comparing them against some of the top 5 noise canceling earbuds under $100. And hopefully this will give you a better idea of where their performance truly lies. So for this comparison, we're going to put them up against the One More ComfoBuds Pro, the Soundcore Life P3, the Earfun Free Pro 2, and the Edifier TWS 330 NB. First up, let's start with noise cancellation. In first place, we've got One More. Second place, we've got Soundcore. Third place, we've got Earfun. Fourth place, we've got Soundpeats. And in fifth place, we've got Edifier. Now, the Soundpeats are bringing you excellent noise cancellation performance, but they do get left behind by the other 3 in this comparison, with One More continuing to offer some of the strongest noise cancellation under $100. Now, let's move over to ambient mode. So for ambient mode, first place, we've got One More. Second place, we've got Soundpeats. Third place, we've got Edifier. Fourth place, we've got Soundcore. And fifth place, we've got Earfun. Now, the Soundpeats do an excellent job with their ambient sound mode. Even so, the One More still come across with a much more natural tone to it. Not to mention, their wind noise reduction mode is excellent when you're walking outdoors. It's almost spooky good. So now let's move over to the volume. First place, we've got Earfun with 113.7 decibels peak. Second place, Soundpeats with 109.8 decibels of peak. Third place, you got Soundcore with 107.3 decibels peak. Fourth place, we got Edifier with 105.2 decibels peak. And in fifth place, we got one more with 103.4 decibels peak. Now, these volume numbers speak for themselves. While they all get more than loud enough for me personally, I prefer showing you these measurements so you can decide what's going to work best for you. So now let's move over to the sound quality. In first place, we've got the One Mores. Second place, we've got the Soundpeats. Third place, we've got the Soundcores. Fourth place, we've got the Earfuns. And in fifth place, we've got the Edifiers. Now, the Soundpeats came very close to beating One More, but it was One More's smoother tuning that's what put them over the top in this comparison. But it's almost apples and oranges here because the tuning is quite different, with One More bringing you a much more neutral balance and much more rich, warm overall type of a sound, where Soundpeats is bringing you big bass and brighter treble. Something to keep in mind, slightly different flavors of sound here. However, if you value sheer volume over tuning, then the Soundpeats, those might be the better choice for you. Something to keep in mind. But now let's get into some microphone quality tests. This way you can hear all of these earbuds back to back to see which one's going to work best for your needs. All right, so here we have the microphone quality test for the Soundpeats Mini Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm indoors once again in a semi-quiet room. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the microphone quality test for the Earfun Free Pro 2. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm indoors once again in a semi-quiet room. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the microphone test for the Edifier 330 NB. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm indoors once again in a semi-quiet room. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the microphone test for the Soundcore Life P3. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm indoors once again in a semi-quiet room. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, and here we have the microphone quality test for the One More ComfoBuds Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm indoors once again in a semi-quiet room. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the Soundpeats Mini Pro in a simulated crowd noise environment. So something like a busy bar or a crowded restaurant, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the Earfun Free Pro 2 in a simulated crowd noise environment. So something like a busy bar or maybe a crowded restaurant, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the microphone test for the Edifier 330 NB in a simulated crowded space. So something like a busy bar or maybe a crowded restaurant, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the Soundcore Life P3 in a simulated crowd noise environment. So something like a busy bar, maybe a crowded restaurant, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the One More ComfoBuds Pro in a simulated crowd noise environment. So something like a busy bar, a crowded restaurant, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. As always, you're going to have to be the judge of the microphone quality down in the comments section. So with all of that out of the way, if you want to check out my video on the top 5 noise canceling earbuds for under $100, check out the video I'm going to leave for you right up here on the screen. With that said, my name is Jefe, and I'm out this bitch.